Hello? No sound from Pest? Really? Okay, fine. We'll pick Zeno's audio then. Hey, there we go. Cool. Okay, guys. I think we're all set.
Okay.
Just need the racers to be ready, and I think we're good. Or for Siplex to come back.
Either or.
Pest is ready. Zeno's ready. Okay, well I guess you and I can start on commentary until Siplex gets back.
Yeah, fine.
Alright, you ready for me to count down?
Holy shit, dude. He's so loud.
Yeah.
And they're off.
Well, that was loud. Oh, do we have the right scene up for the restream?
Yep, we're good. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry about it. Now Siplex isn't commentating? Ah, come on, man.
Yeah,
I was gonna
man,
go
you can
make some
just
popcorn and chill out.
you can do
whatever.
double. Feel free, 2 in a row. That'll be lots of fun.
DFT is gonna take me out.
I don't know. DFT's pretty toxic. I don't know if I can commentate with him.
Well, you're gonna have to deal with it. Hello, DFT.
What up? I'm here.
Hey, DFT. Let's get a look at this card here. There is a race.
There is a race. They've already started. Okay, I'm out of here. I'll shut up. Leave you guys alone.
That's
Goodbye.
a lot of goals. That's a lot of goals. I don't know, a lot of randomized goals actually. Yeah.
Alright, so we'll just go around the board. So top.
Pretty bad. Unless
Yeah.
unless you start with like Quick Slash or Cyclone Slash, I wouldn't touch that.
It's a lot of singles though. And then
Yeah, it's
so,
it's
I
not
mean,
it's not awful. Like
it's just more you're putting random, you know.
yeah, and like in the same way you look at row 4, which has Ismas right next to Dive, like you expect to get one of those, but do you want to have a row with both of them? Not really.
And you also have City Crest, which you're gonna need either Isma's Wings, Claw, Dash, like you need some kind of combination to get to that too, so
Yeah. So I don't know, I'm thinking column 1 looks really strong with those 3 guaranteed goals, City Crest, Bench Flanking, King's Idols. Not to mention column 2, not great, but Lantern is incredibly easy. And yeah, between the 4 randomized goals, all of them have pretty light requirements. I think you feel decent about getting one of those. But Zeno, apparently, is having none of column 1 because he has chosen column 5 as his starting point.
you're going straight to Malik. I like it.
Yeah, this is how you force a column.
So let's see what he wants.
As-
He wants
as-
Cyclone Slash, the easy False Knight, Brooding Malik, Love Key,
Yeah, Love Keys.
Trampet. Yeah, all of those are, and then the Trampass Waterways Grubs kind of goes together. So.
Right. It's not great because Love Key and Waterway Scrubs can both get really stalled if Tier or CH isn't available, and so that's something scary, right? Like, you
But
know,
I guess he assumes, you know, you already got the one free goal Tram Pass is pretty free.
Yeah, you have two
That's-
two guaranteed goals, but then
That's at least 2 to get you over to the other side, pretty
Right.
quickly.
yeah, my point just is, column 5, 2 guaranteed goals, column 4, 2 guaranteed goals, Soul Warriors of Arden, versus column 1, 3 guaranteed goals, and then column 2, 1
basically.
guaranteed goal. So they're pretty even, actually. I think that Zeno will get a slightly better column out of this, but a lot of it will depend very heavily on what the randomizer gives us.
How do you feel about going Brooding Malik first? I've never done that. I
It's-
always go do False Knight first because you get a pickup.
It is faster to do Brooding Malik first if you're going for that goal. In general, obviously, like if you find Vengeful Spirit at False Knight Chest, then yeah, you're going to save a bit of time on Malik. But the Malik fight's like only a minute in the first place, and it takes almost that long just to climb back up from False Knight to the door you went by earlier.
Nice, getting the quick spike kill.
Yeah, looking very nice. Meanwhile, Pest into his False Knight fight, completely oblivious to this plot on Zeno's side. I think the Gambit is a good word for it. It's a very risky play, but with a lot of potential for reward. Zeno will probably have a goal like 10 minutes, maybe more, before Pest has his.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, I think that's just the better starting side anyway. Like you said, column 1 and column 2 kind of work better, but I think I would go column 5 as well.
I'm just waiting to see that Crystal Heart at 900 Essence is Vizier at Hive Blood that we had in a race earlier today, where that would make column 5 pretty bad. Alright, what's the first item? Shape of Un. That means Pest is going to be significantly faster. And wow, Zeno almost got screwed really hard by that, if that had been just one slot over.
Yeah.
Luckily for Zeno, that is not a minute lost for him, but it sure came close. And that's the real downside of the Gambit, right? Like, that first item at False Knight that your opponent gets to could destroy everything and leave you just 2 minutes behind in the early game.
And I think that's why I would always go False Knight first. Even though it might be a little faster, I think having that first item is a little bit...
Right. That one thing is, like, if both you and your opponent want to get that goal, and one goes to False Knight and one goes to Malik, the one who goes to Malik will win out every time.
Yeah, and we also see Pest picking up the Dream Nails, so...
Yes, huge. Very huge. I think that's better for Pest, probably, with Hera and Grimchild. The only other goal is Soul Tyrant, actually. So Dream Nail, not hugely important.
Yeah, it's crazy how much of a difference having the 2 Dream Nails in the Rando is. I remember back when I used to watch Mick do Randos, he'd always be like 2 hours in, still looking for that one Dream Nail. That's like the last thing he needs to complete his board.
But yeah, so... the second copy of Dream Nail has much less stringent requirements than the first copy normally. It can be really nice in a situation like this where it got dumped off at VS. But we can't quite write off the importance of Dream Nail just yet because we are still missing the 2 essence items. And...
yeah, that's true.
That could cause a lot of pain still. We have seen 900 Essence Mantis Claw in this tournament before, and it was not fun. I don't think.
I'd almost prefer a 900 Mantis Claw over no Mantis Claw.
That is true.
Which has been where most of my races.
How would you feel about a 900 Mothman Cloak, though? where you think
Well, there's
about
two of 'em.
how much time does Mothwing Cloak really save?
Yeah. Well, there's two of them, so I mean,
that other Mothwing Cloak ends up High Flood. I actually need to go figure out where the two dashes were in the last race. Neither of us ended up finding them.
that's when Sprint
Which-
Master really comes in handy.
Is something that happens, you know? Usually dive is placed really early, but sometimes it isn't, and then it's sad.
Alright, so we're about to get a look at Salubra.
Yep. Interesting to see. Pest not going to Shadeskip. He's gonna check out the Dirtmouth shop items first.
Yeah, that's something we've actually talked about before, me and Pest. Just whether you take the chance to get something at Sly and a Zelda, or if you do the Shade Skip. I mean, obviously the downside is if you don't get anything at Sly and a Zelda, you still have to do the Shade Skip, and it's definitely a waste of time.
You lose like 30 seconds on the backtrack, which is really painful, of course. But
it's kind of that, like, you know.
on the other hand, you find something and you save
Yeah.
a minute on the Shade Skip, so it's
It's definitely
balance
a gamble, but-
balance of probabilities. And of course, it could just be Dark Crown, and you lose time in that case too.
And technically, you don't have to go straight to Salubra if you don't get anything. You could just
You could just go into Dark Crown.
go
Yeah.
somewhere else.
You know, find that resting grounds dive and then come down from the top.
And this is one of those times where you don't find anything at Sly. So got Grub Song and Soul Catcher.
Yeah, don't think we'll be
which
seeing
are
those
not on the
purchases.
board. Yeah.
Soul Catcher is a charm that's good enough to equip. It's not good enough to buy, though.
Definitely.
That's what I would say about it. At least Grub Song can sometimes be a goal, but it's very much in the same boat. Like, items which give you soul are slightly boost combat, but they're just not good enough. Even the best of them.
Looks like Pest's gamble did not pay off this time.
No, we'll see what Pest decides to do. Oh yeah, good point. Did we see Quick Slash in the shops? Maybe.
Yeah, I think a Zelda had it.
Yeah, that'll be really nice for Zeno. We'll see if he's able or willing to spend the money on it after Salubra, but using a terrible Shade Skip setup. But he does get up there. Pest not gonna mess with Dark Rooms, and he's wise to do that because Vanta's Claw is right at Salubra. This is
We got a Claw Seed.
opening right up.
I didn't even know you could get Claw that early in Randos. I've never seen it before.
Oh, you sure can. Yep, it's time to farm for both runners, I believe. Oh. Pest is being weird, but that's okay.
He's getting some grubs on the way. Maybe he knows there's going to be a 480 Claw, and that's why he's...
Yeah, get that 30 Geo from 2 grubs, you know? It's a starting point. Yeah, the really annoying thing about that claw location is that you actually can't respawn the Husk Guard without losing your bench and having the Shade Skip again. So they're in a really rough geofarm position because that's an extraordinarily expensive claw. Honestly, there may even be an argument for just walking to resting grounds and hoping you get a geo chest. Or wings or dash or something. Yeah, that sure does suck. 160 geo for Pest. That is four Huskard farms. There are not 4 Huskards. He is going to have to give up that bench or else farm like a billion geonodes. We have seen geode farming in this tournament.
Yeah, we might see it now.
There are some players who have a very strong affinity for it. Mage and Velocity especially are known for it.
Yeah, I'd rather just keep respawning the Huskard.
Yeah, but then you have to shade skip again. It's like another minute lost.
But is it a minute that you save by not having to travel to get all these?
Very possibly. I mean, you save the 4 grubs, you got 100 geo. So, between that and the 2 Huskards, that should be enough, but like, that also takes a year and a half to get all 4 grubs.
Can you all hear that?
Yes.
Oh my god. Sorry. I live downtown. Sometimes there's idiots with cars.
That's fine. That's life.
More husks, more grubs.
Yep, actually Pest looking really good. If he just saves this this grub on the way to Grubfather, he'll get enough geo. Be able to save quit right back. Same for Zeno too, actually. Though I don't know if Zeno may have benched or not at this point. Well, anyways, it'll be interesting to see what our runners do with their clock once they get it. Obviously, like, sort of your 2 big choices are, do you shade skip immediately, or do you go into cliffs?
I always like going into cliffs because I think it meshes really well with you go cliffs, green path, and fungal. Like, it's all just really easy.
Yeah, it's a nice route. The kind of big issue with that is if you're not comfortable with dark rooms, right? You're leaving behind Joni's forever.
Joni's dark room, people make such a big deal about it. It's so easy.
It's pretty
even
easy.
with nothing. If you just practice it a couple times,
you just pogo in that room.
Yeah,
you just pogo and hold right.
Well, and slash up to kill the Vengeflies. That's it.
Yeah, it's by no means the hardest dark room. It can be hard to go through it quickly.
And the top layer is literally just 3 max jumps, so you can't really mess them up. But yeah, I like doing that because then you can hit up all that. And
okay, Pest with the optimal claw farm. He saved a lot of time over Zeno, actually.
Has Zeno not checked shops yet? Is that his first time, or was he just going back?
Yeah, I think that was his first check. He didn't want to lose his bench on the way back there, probably. Oh, and I just realized too that actually Pest was already over a minute ahead because of Malik. So, not actually saving that much time over. They're really neck and neck. Alright, looks like Pest wants to do resting grounds. This is a finicky shade skip, but it's not hard, really.
Yeah, it's another thing. You just practice a couple times and get the hang of it.
Yep.
As long as you don't kill the shade and have to die again.
Yeah, you just go back into hut whenever you feel it. And it's not a huge time loss. I really like seeing what the 4 items are in resting grounds before deciding to do anything.
Yeah, it makes sense. I just figured he would want green path as soon as possible because of Vengefly.
Yeah,
Vengefly King and Massive Monster Charger, but he's not really in a position where he has to worry about snipes at this point. So
right. And as long as he doesn't like go to Lem or something, he's not in huge danger of killing his Zote, killing his Vengefly King indirectly. Though of course, there would still be synergy with that goal in Call of One, I guess. Not that we're gonna see anyone want to do that.
all right, finally getting the shade skip.
Yep, first try, third try, flawless.
He was worrying me when he already had one hit on the shade.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting, but Pest knew he didn't need to waste 6 seconds getting that hit back. Pest is brave.
All right, so both runners with Claw, and it looks like Zeno is not going into resting grounds. I would expect he is going Kingdom's Edge or Cliffs.
Yeah, Cliffs is the only other route available to them right now, so... I mean, I guess you could do Dark Room, but that's just strictly worse than Shade Skip. So...
Unless you want to practice, and
Yeah.
I find that
or you
practicing in the tournament is the best way.
Yep, or you read mod log and you know Dive is at Dream Nail, so it's no big deal.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, then you're just saving time either way. Oh yeah, Soul Catcher is available too. I forgot about that, but Nick
Yes.
helpfully pointing that out. Very fast check for Zeno right now.
Yep, on the way up to. Did he bench at Forgotten Crossroads for the stag?
Zeno did, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, so we can go pick that up and just head back into.
Did Zeno pick up Crust? I thought he did. Maybe it got deleted though. I don't think Rando does that, so I think he picked it up.
He was
Pest.
stopping like he didn't get the crust, so.
But
I don't know.
he didn't open his inventory though. Pretty easy way to verify. Pest, meanwhile, failing the dream platforms, which X2U has informed me are unfailable. So that hurts for Pest. I feel bad.
And we got Lifeblood.
Yeah, Lifeblood Heart, a nice charm. It's not good, but it's nice.
Yeah, we don't have the Lifeblood goals, unfortunately, but.
Okay, what's here at this year? Mark of Pride
Yield.
and Vengeful Spirit. Shade Soul just got atrocious. Can you really say dead goal for that? It is in Call of 3, but I don't think anyone's gonna touch that. Until endgame, maybe.
Maybe whoever gets Soul Tyrant,
Yeah,
just farm another boss and.
Oh, and this is wonderful for Pest. Mothwing Cloak, gonna give him a huge advantage over Zeno, even if Zeno heads straight into Resting Grounds right now.
Unless he finds the other copy.
True, but like even just walking to get Mothwing Cloak sitting at Cyclone Slash, I think Pest would still save a fair bit of time.
And he's
Alright.
still farming Geo.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Thinking about Dark Room.
I
maybe?
guess. Well, Leg Eater maybe he wants to have enough Geo for when he gets there.
I think he's gonna pay the toll for Dark Room.
Oh. All right. Maybe not comfortable with the Shade Skip.
Yeah, fair enough.
More comfortable with a Dark Room with 2 Crystal Hunters. I get it.
This could come back to bite him if Dive is not found, because you will have to Shade Skip eventually, though with Claw and Cloak it will be easy. Meanwhile, Pest doing interesting things.
Yeah. Does he?
He realizes that no, you cannot dash through the boulder.
Does he think he has a spell?
The Balder will not let you dash through it. I'm sorry, Pest. It is a wall. See, Pest.
And going down into fungal.
Pest was at the seer with Claw and Dreamnail, and he saw Mark of Pride and Vengeful Spirit, and was like, "Oh yeah, Balders are magic. I'll just kill the Balders with Mark of Pride and Vengeful Spirit that I just got." With my Claw and Dreamnail."
He did just update. Maybe he was checking to see if that Balder is still in.
Oh yeah. Yo, it could have
You
just.
can always dream.
It could have gotten old, or died, or something. Meanwhile, Zeno being mysterious, going for the shopkeeper key. Very fascinating. Obviously, he does want to get Elegant Key for 2 Soul Warriors.
Yeah.
That's the only reasonable way to do that goal. But this is awkward because there's
Well,
a
he
lot
went
of
to a Zelda, right? He saw Quick Slash there.
a lot of items in Crystal Peak, which you expect will be accessible after you have Claw, but you can't get it yet without Dash.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be a frustrating backtrack for him, I think, if he ever does it. Pest going into Crystal Peak right now, he can do everything except for Deep Focus. And Descending Dark, I guess. But, like, that's 2 item checks, which Zeno couldn't.
Yeah. Interesting he would go that way instead of the Cliff's Green pathway.
Yeah, the items in Crystal Peak are going to be a little bit better in Logic right now because they require Claw and Dash instead of just Claw or Dash.
Yeah, and the dash was a good find because, usually you don't want to go through Green Path without dash. Just because thorns and Balder Shell.
It would be extraordinarily slow. But, yeah, at this stage, Pest going for the grub. Yeah, at this stage, I think that Crystal Peak probably has slightly better value than Green Path or Fungal, though, like, both would be defensible choices. I would kind of like to see Pest prioritizing that bench-liking Moss Charger goal, though. You don't want to lose it for a stupid reason or something.
I guess he's just confident in that column 4.
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to lose it in Crystal Peak, really, but still. Okay, Pest, you can do this.
Picking up his King's Idol.
Yep, number 1.
Yeah, this board looks pretty good.
Yeah, the Claw Dash start, really comfy. It's the movement everyone is familiar with, and you can basically go anywhere in the game with it. Except, like, a few places like Broken Vessel. Yeah, that's kind of the big thing. The right side of Waterways.
Going to pick up the bench at CG.
Is he, or just getting a little bit more GO? Because CG gives an awful lot of GO. Even though it's quite slow.
Especially with no spells.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst in the world to get this bench, but I think the optimal way to route Crystal Peak in this scenario is
just get the chest first.
You get Shopkeeper's Key, then the Crusher chest, and just come back up for Crystal Heart. Yeah, Pest isn't touching the bench is good. They'll be able to get out of this area a lot faster.
Zeno doing the free platforms.
Yep, very, very easy, I've heard. Now he'll have his Dream Shield too.
So that's time save. Not falling.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
And then time lost by minutes for doing that Malik fight and then not getting dash. But it all evens out. Alright, what... Okay, Pest remembers at the last minute that Crystal Heart will be a soft lock in this position.
Yeah, it only takes like once or twice for you to realize not to do that anymore.
Yeah, such a weird room Crystal Heart is in. One of the most annoying rooms in the game with a lot of different item combinations. Fortunately, with the intended equipment, it's pretty nice going from left to right, but impossible right to left.
Or if you just go in with C dash, that's the
That's a dream.
that's the real strat.
Unfortunately, Dream Wielder not gonna do it. We're gonna see the full extent of Pest's any % capabilities on show here. Can he get the laser cycle? Oh,
It's gonna be really tough.
already disappointing a little with the platforms. I'm telling you, if there is no under the platform, I'm closing out the window. I'm good.
Just calling Zeno the winner.
I feel like I wouldn't have a choice. Dreamgate. Interesting. Pest almost tries to use it without essence or a Dreamgate placed. Would not have ended very well, but that's a lovely item, especially when you get it early. You can do a lot of fun things with it.
You got 2 of the unbreakable charms, also not on the board, so it doesn't really help.
Zeno doing the interesting hold left and block when you have dash.
I think he's...
I don't think it's fast, but it's a strategy. He's conserving his dash uses for endgame. You don't want to let your cloak get too tattered. Okay, we're gonna have a little bit of convergence. This is interesting. Pest has a lot of reason to be here, because if he picks up Grimchild while he's here, then that'll let him mark that column 2 goal whenever he picks up Glowing Wheel.
I don't think standing still is a very good strat either.
Yeah, Zeno, the rationale is a little less clear. It's still 2 items, of course, but... Oh, and Pest also has good reason to come here for the King's Idol, too, I should say. And if he gets lucky and finds a Balder item, then he could triple and check all 3 Howling Cliffs items one go. Be quite cool.
Did Pest ever go Soul Catcher?
No, he didn't. That was Lifeblood Heart.
Mm.
So, no big skin off his nose if he misses that. I wouldn't be surprised if Zeno is, all tabbing to look at the card or stuff like that, and that's why he's having these weird pauses or walks.
Dash Master.
Interesting. I mean, it makes sense to bench here since you're probably going to continue through the Green Path Stag anyways. And obviously Dash Master saves a ton of time on its own.
If I don't have dive going into Joni's, or maybe he's not... I would assume he's planning on going into Joni's, but if I don't have dive, I usually bench there just because I feel like it's faster than backtracking through Darkroom Joni's.
Even if I do have dive, I would bench there because I always go out of Joni's. I don't like backtracking through there.
It's 1 dive. You just go left.
Yeah, but there's Vengeflies in there, and Vengeflies are icky. Alright, the Geonodes are a bit too strong with Pest. I'm having to say this. Like, it was cute and all when we were trying to get 480 for the Mantis Claw, but...
Every 15...
You don't pick up... You don't
counts.
pick up the Geonodes and Cliffs. You don't do that.
You know, that Wanderer's Journal took about half a second to pick up.
It's just not
The
okay.
15
The 15 Geo takes longer to pick up than the King's Idol. Okay, Zeno meditating hard on this Joni's dark room as he goes down to 1 HP.
Just do jumps. It's so easy.
You know, it's always a shame because people who have run Lifeblood Corporcent and the people who haven't in this room, it really comes through. And unfortunately, it turns out that almost no one has run Lifeblood Corporcent. And it shows through. It really does. Okay, Pest skipping Joni's. Meanwhile, Zeno getting through the dark room pretty easily. So, if this is something,
Yeah, it's gonna be
Pest is never coming back. That's just how it is.
basically, yeah.
If this is Glowing Womb, it'll be hilarious. But nope, Joni is trash. All is as it should be. It's a shame too. I like it with Joni or something, but
Did you just call Gathering Swarm trash?
okay, I'm sorry. It is an excellent speedrunning charm.
Do you see
for
how much Geo he
casuals.
has?
You're
Think of
right.
all
This
the Geo
this
he's
is gonna
gonna
make
get.
geonodes so much more efficient. What am I even saying? Yeah, there is a reason why the Steam guide, which is pinned to speedrunning, for people getting the achievements, specifically says Gathering Swarm is an obligatory part of the route. And it's because Gathering Swarm is perfect.
I mean, did you see how much time it took for Pest to get all that Geo from Vengeflag?
Yeah,
Suboptimal.
I mean,
If he would have just taken the time to go to Joni's.
and then put
Through
back
the dark-
the Cyclone slash equip the charm. Yeah, his best would be saving minutes by now.
I just worry because when you miss things like that, that means it's in his. It's probably going to be in his head when he's thinking,
And
where are things? So he's
Just-
going to go back to Joni's.
just forget about it. It's randomizer. You don't have time to check everything. You gotta be decisive. It's like Sean today, you know? He skipped Shape of Un, and he was decisive about it. And that was the right call, I think. You know, you don't question yourself and think, oh, what if Claw was here? It wasn't. Okay, Zeno, is he doing the backtrack now?
Yeah,
That sucks.
he didn't bench, so he's.
I think it would be
backtracking.
faster and safer to quit back to dirt map.
Yeah, he probably was just made it back faster.
It's not even that slow, you know?
Especially
I mean,
with Dash Master, he could.
wow.
And ends up doing it anyway.
That's painful.
Oh, wait. Oh.
He thinks about quitting out and immediately walks into spikes. I think there's some poetry in that. I think we can find it.
And that's the bench disbelief there.
Yeah, like how
We've all
did
been there.
I knew this would happen and I did this anyways. Pest meanwhile dying to Hornet 1. This is uncomfortable.
I know he
like
didn't
seeing
really
this.
have a lot of Geo, so
Yeah, he can leave the shade. It's no big deal. You're not going through a dark room just
and
to
he
save
has
your shade.
he has Gathering Swarm, so
Oh yeah, he's not going to
I
have
think
too
he'll be
trouble with
fine.
that. Okay, Pest barely surviving against Hornet. it really is that hard, we know.
it is a pixel perfect boss.
Okay, Thorns of Agony, another great charm used by world's first Balls of Steel runner or Hervisto. Or so I've heard. I have not seen the run myself.
So Pest going through more green path, gonna hit up thorns. Zeno is going fungal.
But he doesn't have the geo for leg eaters, so he's gonna have to farm on these shrooms. He'll get a notch for it though.
Basically, what I do is I do the mushrooms and hope that leg eater has nothing.
Okay.
So you can at least pay for it. And
Pest having some really nice wall clink strats to get the seal down here in Green Path. Pretty sure he could have just used Dash Master to get it, but that was a pretty swag strat he used. Oh, and we have Dive, our first reserve goal for Pest. That is really interesting.
yeah, so I think he needs to rush a column 2 goal as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I think that City of Tears is calling. Go buy that lantern.
Yeah, of course.
He has 2 King's Idols, let alone everything else. He doesn't have to hang on to them for the goal either. It's like maybe a 2 or 3 minute detour from Resting Ground Stag to cash in all of this at Lem, and Pest will be absolutely set.
Yep, we're gonna see what leg eaters got for us.
Deep Focus is on the card, right? Yeah. And that's important for Zeno. Not huge though, I wouldn't say, without Quick Focus. Alright, Pest's gonna check these 2 items first. It's a little risky, of course, because one of these could be Cyclone and then leave him with 2 reserve goals, but he's probably feeling pretty good on that that's not gonna happen. Like, if one of them is Steer, then that saves him a lot of time. Well, that was something. You're welcome, Pest. Okay, so Zeno might not find that for a while, unless he gets into Green Path and finds that Thorns, or Dive at Thorns. That could be tricky for him to get to.
Where was Dive?
Thorns.
Oh yeah, Thorns.
Yep. So it's not like an unreasonable place to get to, but it's easy to forget if you don't check it in the first hour, I think. Meanwhile, is Zeno committing to the Manta Swords check? It's 2 more items, so not bad at all. But
Yeah, and he's got claws, so it means he doesn't have to do any terrible bench strats.
yeah, it's way faster with Claw than with
Also farming some more nodes.
I mean, you never know. There could be tolls around any corner. Now I'm just imagining, like, a edit to the randomizer where the mantis that guards the treasure trove, you could just pay 2,000 geo and not have to fight the boss. That would be cool.
There you go, at Sean PR.
But yeah, not Pest, Zeno doing weird and sketchy things in Mantis Village. Not okay.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to keep it entertaining.
Don't do weird and sketchy things in Mantis Village, people.
Trying to keep us on our toes.
It's not as cool as it sounds.
I've seen smoother 3 Mantis setups, but his worked, and he's on his way out, so...
You know, I had the 1 Mantis of my life today. Or the 2/3 of a Mantis, I should say, so... I don't feel like I'm in a position.
Is that a mantis with one hit on him already?
That
Two-thirds
was
of the mantis?
that is sure what it was. I'm just saying that, in my eyes, the vertical positions did not line up for me to end up on that platform, but it happened. Anyways, fun boss for Zeno now. With no spells, no nail upgrades, no charms. It's gonna take a year, but I don't think he'll have any trouble at all.
But he gets 2 checks from it.
Yep, 2 checks and a seal. So, a pretty nice reward, all things considered. He does also have the option of going to Pest through the Mantis Lord's route. It's
But does anyone ever do that?
It's not known for being fast, I'll say that. It does have a seal, but the seal sucks to get. At least I normally take a lot of damage trying to get to it. It also would orphan off Spore Shroom, which is something you don't want to do. Yeah, Pest Wraiths alone is going to save him so much time on combat over Zeno.
Yeah, definitely.
As we already see Pest putting it to good use with that that really cool kill you can get on the Royal House Guard through the floor.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he didn't go do Moss Charger. But
Yeah.
I guess he does.
He really
got dive
ignored
and
that.
he
I
probably
think
wants it gone
yeah,
from his reserve.
I think he's uncomfortable with the reserve. Yeah, obviously. Especially after getting Cyclone Flesh, but even before, like, you know, you don't want to be far away from a stag station with a filling reserve, especially knowing Zeno could get dive at any moment, and Quick Slash too. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Pest has to move quickly on this in his mind. We know Zeno isn't going for goals at the moment, but he doesn't. Shade Cloak.
Shade Cloak.
I don't believe we have any Shade Cloak goals on the board today. Seen Trader Lord in every race, but this one.
And
No,
steady
it was Markon in the first race.
Stalwart Shell and Steady Body down here. That's
That's a Reddit meme. I can feel it already.
and he hasn't checked Dashmaster yet, so we still got 1 check to make it worth it.
This is the last chance, for sure. Pest loaded with 5,000 Geo. He'll be able to buy everything he could possibly dream of. Lantern, Simple Key, Elegant Key, all the charms. Just cut loose.
He might even buy Grub Song.
It's an option, you know. It's good filler material.
Ooh,
Well, that's not an item, but that's about as good as you can get for not being an item.
Now he probably feels silly farming all those nodes.
Yeah, I would feel pretty silly. I would feel pretty silly without that if I farmed all those nodes, but with, oh yeah. Okay. Oh.
Not sure why he's not save quitting. Is he? Oh, I guess he's going to Queen Station. That makes sense.
Yeah, with Claw, it's really easy to get back, and even if it were Leg Eater Bench on the other end, like, actually, if it were Leg Eater Bench, it might be faster to just come down that way, especially since he killed the Shroom Warriors. Fungal is hard to route correctly, though.
Oh, wow.
Alright, Pest.
That
Making
is
the power move. This is really good for him.
Yeah, I don't know. Whenever I see those in invasions, like whenever I'm playing and I see a sweep like that, it's very, very discouraging.
Yeah, I mean, wow, that feels like something. That feels painful. Because Quick Slash was something Zeno could have gotten at any point in time, right? Like,
Yeah, I guess he just didn't want to. Like, he didn't have a lot of Geo, so he's trying to hold on to as much as he could.
yeah, but
I don't.
if you have a goal that you're worried about, the way to handle it isn't I'll pick up geonodes one at a time and eventually I'll get there incrementally. It's okay, I'm gonna kill Moss Charger or Crystal Guardian 1 or Gorgeous Husk. Or I'll go to Lem.
And that Quick Slash purchase would have stopped the Cyclone Slash goal as well, at least for a little bit, you know.
And
So he gets another column 4.
you know, it would have let him mark dive immediately if he hadn't had the trouble with Joni's Darkroom. You know? Like we could legitimately be seeing a reversal in a scenario where Zeno buys Quick Slash and handles a reverse Darkroom. So really unfortunate for him. I don't think it's a misplay. It's just Pest was capitalizing really well on this opportunity.
Yeah, like I said, I think he was just worried about the Geo and didn't want to spend. He's been tight on Geo the whole race, so
yeah, like it's obvious too, right? Like Zeno could not have afforded Quick Slash if he wanted to, without going out of his way to get it. And that's just a sucky situation. There's no good answer. Okay, though, Zeno's going to show us a new item. Well, actually, Pest and Zeno are converging at the same time here, which is kind of cool to see. This is the start of Pest's second line. You know, really couldn't have gotten anything better out of the first one. So
Zeno's contemplating picking up that bench, but decides to just go get the and there's the Vengefly King Massive Moss Charger goal.
Yep. So, if you're Pest, what's catching your eye at this point? Everything in column 2 requires you to search, right? Whether it's for Dreamnail, or Glowing Boom, or Isma's Spear.
I already know where you're going with this, Himothity. Tell us about Deep Nest.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about Deep Nest, actually. It's a play for Zeno to consider. It's not a play for Pest, though. Without Shade Cloak.
8 map pins. They have Dreamnail. He just needs Trampass.
Yeah, but
And
8
then,
map pin. Oh yeah, he does have Dreamnail. I'm sorry.
And then that goes into the Stalking Devouts.
Yeah, this is
Maskmaker,
obviously
Hera.
play. Wow, I forgot we had Dreamnail. I'm so sorry, everyone. I missed my calling.
Himothity forgetting about Deep Nest.
So where was Shade Cloak? That was behind Mantis Lords. So Pest probably isn't ever going to get that. But who knows? No guarantee. No guarantee. Sharp Shadow's anything, anyways. But I didn't even mention Quick Focus. A fantastic find for Zeno because it salvages this disaster which just happened in column 4. He can now buy Deep Focus from Leg Eater, and he's right back into this. Still a ways behind Pest.
Yeah, I think if you're Zeno,
you have
need
to be you have to be in panic mode right now. I don't think that Zeno should be looking for items. I think he needs to get his geo situation
Yeah.
under control with the trip to City of Tears, and then he needs to
He needs to cut him off.
He needs to control column 4. Like we talk about, normally you want to control row. Zeno's lost control of his own territory.
Which actually wouldn't be too terrible. I mean, his column 5 is kind of rough because the only goal he can really get
is Drempass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I don't think you worry about that just yet. Obviously, he has to find Claw or CH to finish, CH or Tier to finish now. But the priority is making sure you don't bleed away column 3 while you're searching for items. Like, that's the real danger. That's how you end up in a insurmountable deficit. It's like Pest is setting up to just go up even further with the play you mentioned, getting 8 map pens at the stocking devotes, or Mask Maker. Mask Maker quite easy with
yeah, I think Mask Maker is actually the better play there. It's just much quicker.
But you know, all it would take is a tier at Weaver Song, and then suddenly Pest gets Mask Maker and Devouts, and now he's up like 9-1, 9-2. You know, you can't allow that.
Oh, Glowing Womb.
Wow.
This is
out of
very
control.
rough.
Oh yeah, but Mick saving the day. Pest rescued.
Oh yeah.
Activated the Nightmare Lantern, but he did not pick up Grimchild, so he is going to have to think deeply and figure out where that Grimchild charm could possibly be randomized to.
I like the opening of the inventory to in disbelief.
To confirm, there is no Grimchild there.
Yeah, he's got 2 King's Idols, so that's another. There's a King's Idol in Zote, like when you save Zote. Like Deep Nest is definitely where Pest needs to go.
Oh yeah, he can do a lot of stuff there. That's a good choice for the last King's Idol. Obviously, Colo 1 would also be an option later on, but Pest is blitzing through the seed so quickly that I don't think that goal is even going to be on his mind. Yeah, Zeno's about to find this glowing womb, and that's just a wasted check for him at this point. Oh,
Skipping it.
Skipping it. He's going into Deep Nest. Or is he?
I think he's just opening that up for some reason.
I mean, he could lose Shade Cloak. You never know.
Yeah, I guess. I've never seen it, but you know.
I'm just saying, it's a possibility. But yeah, I like Zeno rushing Deep Nest now. He can get Mask Maker.
He's gonna have to do this arena with no spells, which is gonna be
Yucky.
a little
Nasty.
bit
Pretty bad, to say the least.
Alright, that's one Petra down.
Pest has rectified the situation. He now has both charms. Alright, so where does Pest go? Looks like this could be a Soul Catcher play, or maybe even Fungal, since he hasn't been there yet.
I still think Deep Nest is the play. You got Hera down there, you got a King's Idol down there, you got Mask Maker.
Honestly, I don't think that Pest needs item checks to finish, does he? I mean, King's Idols, including Pest and Hera, is all available to him. 8 map pins, Stalking Devouts, Mask Maker, Kala 1, Vardoon. I mean, maybe it's a little presumptuous to think that Pest can snipe those Column 4 goals, but still, like, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more goals
for the Tram Pass play.
Yeah, I think Pest is in go mode right now, if he can realize it. This is plenty to finish a seed. You get Claw and Cloak, you're feeling good. Yeah, Isma's would be nice, it would save time, but you're certainly not thinking that you're gonna find, or you're gonna wait on Isma's or Sprint Master.
Pest still doing some Soul Catcher checks. He might not go to Deep Nest.
This could be Glowing Womb next, I think, but yep, I think it makes more sense from Zeno's perspective. He has to find one of CH or Tier in order to get into this. Pest's side of the board is just so much stronger right now. It's not even comparable. I mean, there are literally 3 randomized goals in the left 3 columns right now. And because of how bad column 4 is, Zeno can't combat Pest in a meaningful way.
If Pest dies to Spike Tunnel, that might be...
Might be another story.
Might be enough to bring him back.
Pest might be conceding Deep Nest here, in which case Zeno will be able to complete a line. He'll get back into this. You know, he can snipe 8 map pins, he can snipe Hera, even. And, you know, suddenly we're tied, more or less, and the board advantage is neutralized. So that's what we hope for. We hope, as viewers interested in a competitive race and in salvaging our brackets, we hope that,
with the Queen Station choice from Pest, I think we're seeing the Deep Nest now. So.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be hard for Zeno to block off every goal then.
Well, he's going to get Mask Maker real quick right now.
True, he can get Mask Maker immediately.
So...
And the annoying thing is, of course, map pins and Hera are in opposite directions. But you could do Hera first.
You do Tram Pass into Hera to the Stag and then get the map pins.
I think you do Hera first to set your bench there. That way you can just quit out of Tram Pass. It's probably pretty close either way, though.
Fair enough, yeah. Well, and it's really good for Pest because he has Dreamgate.
If he remembered to use it.
He just placed a gate, so I know he knows he has it.
Okay. I wasn't watching. I was watching Zeno.
I don't know why he placed the gate there, but he did place a gate.
The other possibility, too, is that Zeno scares Pest by confirming that he's in Deep Nest. So that Pest might quit out after Tram Pass and immediately buy map pins or something.
Yeah, if Deep Nest wasn't on his mind before, it definitely is now. And looks like that's where he's going.
Zeno
I didn't realize Zeno didn't have Lantern.
Zeno having a sketchy Dark Room. Yeah, Zeno still hasn't been to City of Tears. He hasn't gotten any Geo. Hardly. Hence why Pest is sitting here with like 6,500 combined that he has or spent, whereas Zeno has 1,500.
I don't know why if he didn't plan on getting his Shade. I mean, I know it wastes time, but I would kill myself and then get my Shade in an easier spot, just so I have... I guess with no souls, he's not worried about...
Yeah, with no spells, it's not a big deal, really. I don't think.
but he is running through this dark room, doing very well.
But yeah, this is why I try and make a point of like routing in that City of Tears visit early. I don't know if I can say I do too good a job of it. So I'm not trying to hold myself up as an example, but if you avoid City of Tears or you allow yourself to get drawn into after this item check, I'll check the next item and so on, then like you spend your entire seed at a geo deficit and wanting all these nice things which you can't have, and that's sad.
You just spent 250 on the stag, so yeah, he doesn't have enough for all 8 pins.
No, that's almost 1,000 geo that requires 930, I think, actually.
Yeah, I think Geo's just been very rough for him.
Even selling like 2 or 3 seals can make a huge difference in that regard. And of course, I love seeing Dark Rooms and Dark Deep Nest and all, so I'm not saying you should rush Lantern, but it does save time to not have to use these normalized setups, which can be quite slow on their own. Alright, Pest has his Strem Pass. Zeno's making his way through almost into Weaver's Den, so he'll check his items here. Can only get Weaver Song though, unless he gets lucky here.
Yeah. Needs C dash or wings. Ooh.
Should be a little careful with this guy. It's not too far from the stag station, but still, you don't want to go back. Oh, and Pest is just a little too slow to get this Isthmus tier here. Yeah, that's really nice for Zeno. Yo, only one item in Weaver's Den, but he really made that count.
If he would have got Hera, why didn't he put Hera in his reserve? I guess he just didn't want to take the time to go through Beast Den.
Beast Den would have taken a while, and I think that was it. But so all of a sudden, in basically a matter of seconds, Pest goes from being in a fairly commanding position, expecting to ruin a lot of Zeno's snipes on map pins and stuff.
Yeah.
Zeno's gonna take Hera, he's closer. And he has Shake Cloak too to make it even faster. So I think Pest is gonna be hurting here. This is a risk of following your opponent into an area when you know that they're in there ahead of you. Is that they can just get every single goal a minute before you get to it, and you're just making no progress.
I stopped paying attention to Zeno's screen for like half a second, and now I have no idea where. Is he close?
Yeah, he's almost through.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know where he is now.
Wait, he's in this room. Is he not doing Hera?
Is this the Galleon room?
No, this is, or is it?
Yeah, this is the Galleon room.
This is the Galleon room. Okay, so this is good for Pest. Pest will lock down Hera because Zeno's not rushing it. Weird. I thought I had seen Zeno go back to the left after Weaver's Den, but
he hasn't been doing Devouts, has he? Zeno?
No. He doesn't have the resources for it.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have a spell. This is such a rough match for him.
It is. Oh, but one thing I didn't mention, not only is Isthmus Tier a great snipe for Zeno, but all of the sudden, column 5 is saved. Like, that opened up 2 goals for him.
Yeah.
Come on, Pest, do the devout skip. Don't be a baby. Use wraiths. What are you doing?
Equip thorns.
There is not a King's Idol at Beaston. There is a missable Hallowness Seal. A missable Hallowness Seal. A missable Hallowness Seal. A missable Hallowness Seal. Missable. As in a missable Hallowness Seal. Shortcut and murder Hera. Missable. You permanently miss it.
Oh, I was like, why is he killing devoutes? That's for the goal. There's 4 in Deep Beaston, correct? Madri?
What?
Oh.
4 Devouts in Beaston? Yeah. He didn't kill one of them, though. He did not get the Soul Totem Devout, so most people don't. Now, obviously, the easy way to kill this Devout would just be to lure it into falling down and pogo it to death. But no style out of Pest today.
And getting the Hera. Zeno picking up the King's Idol in here.
Yep. Yeah, Pest's route through Deep Nest really kept him away from this room. So, kind of unfortunate in that regard. Oh wait, yeah, so there's actually 5 Devouts, I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, yeah, the Soul Totem one is the one I mentioned he went past, but this is his 4th Devout.
And I think that's his first King's Idol.
Yeah, Zeno's nowhere close to that goal, unfortunately. Yeah, Pest could really finish off King's Idols and Devouts if he just takes one of his stag benches and then goes back into Deep Nest. I think that's the right play here. Yep, that's what he's doing. Nope, never mind.
Okay.
He's gonna buy out that pen set right now.
Well, that makes sense too. But he does need to go back into Deep Nest. I think that's the... Oh, no.
Pest. Pest.
I have not seen that in a long time, so...
Yeah, that's something special. Okay, Pest is about to spend a lot of Geo on ult. I really hate the feeling, but you gotta do it sometimes. The bingo board commandeth.
Alright, and we'll see what's that. Sharp Shadow.
Yep, the one item Pest will
Monarch
never get.
Wings.
Monarch Wings. Fascinating, not very important, but
It
still
does make
wonderful.
movement... Makes movement easier, but other than that, it's not very required.
Yeah, it's going to be saving a lot of time on movement. It'll make Bardoon easier to get to.
And you just feel better when you have them.
You really do. You really do. It also opens up a lot of stuff, like Weaver's Chest, the Monarch Wings pickup, stuff in Crystal Peak, Deep Focus, mainly.
I don't think Zeno will be going back into Deep Nest.
No, I don't think the Weaver's Chest is valuable enough to backtrack for. In much of any circumstance. Oh, Pest, no. There are Devouts on the way. Don't do this.
Alright, so you're Zeno. What are you doing? You need to. He's hitting up all the tram pass stations right now, or the tram stations.
Yep.
Get love
Good
key.
play. This will get him another goal in his first row. Really, I
Do you
think
go sanctum?
I think before you finish the tram goal, you go to Vardoon. You do your Kingdom's Edge clear. It's such a fast column 4 goal. Should have been gotten a while ago, even.
Hmm.
Not necessarily, but it's really easy still.
I think just the deep nest synergy is what kept everyone away from Kingdom's Edge for
Yeah,
so long.
I don't know that there's a strong DPS synergy. I mean, in one sense, Kingdom's Edge is the best place to go to coming out of Deep Nest. But Deep Nest is not the best place to go into Kingdom's Edge from, right? Like,
Yeah.
King
Well, I was just
Station-
saying there were so many goals in Deep Nest that took.
Oh, yeah.
priority over.
I see, I'm sorry. Well, anyways, proving both of us wrong going into Waterways.
There you
Gotta
go.
clear out these grubs first.
And that's the 6 devouts for Pest.
Yep, Pest making good progress.
That puts us at 10-4.
Yeah. Zeno finally able to be active, but we'll see whether it's too little too late. He needs to make
And I mean,
make inroads into column 3, and I'm not quite sure how. Pest has the easy goals.
there's just about nothing he can do to stop the City Crest and elevators or the King's Idols. Like, that's about to happen, so.
Yeah, I think Pest's goals in column 1 are secure, so...
And that'll put him at 12.
Yeah, we're looking at Pest at 12, which means game point scenario. What is the last goal? Pest has 3 easy goals in column 4 that he can go for. Zeno's only hope is to lock down those immediately. I think he can do that, but it's going to be tough.
And looks like Pest is actually making.
He's going for City Crest, right? Yeah, that's what I think.
That makes more sense than Sanctum. It's like, why is he going Sanctum?
But I think that Pest even has like a completely unbeatable strategy where he does City Crest, he does King's Idols, and he does Call of One. Like, how does Zeno stop him from getting that as his last goal?
Does Call of 1.
Then he leaves everything in column 4 open. No?
Yeah.
I don't think that, it's a game of whack-a-mole. It's too much to ask that you correctly snipe all 4 goals available to Pest as his final goal.
Yeah, that was just such a strong start from Pest that it was just really hard to come back from that.
Yeah, really, really was.
That and the Geo problems.
Is this a love key play? Or maybe a tram station play?
Well, he already did the 3 others, tram stations, so I would assume trams.
Alright, Pest.
And did
you
he-
can't... Pest. No, Pest. Pest. Stop!
He's doing 2 Soul Warriors. Is
Okay.
this not the play?
Oh, 2 soul warriors, I'm sorry. I thought he was doing this just to check Street Soul for a moment.
Well, I mean, that's
You're right,
just a
you're right.
bonus.
That was a derp from me, not the Pest. I'm sorry. Sorry, Pest. But yeah, this is great. This is... Zeno can't even stop this, so...
Remembering he has dive.
Sometimes commentators make really bad mistakes and say mean things to runners when commentators are the ones who are dumb. It's just how it is.
Ooh, down to 1 health. Oh.
Oh my god, what was Pest doing there?
Oh.
Now I feel comfortable being toxic again. Get good, Pest.
And picking up the last waterway grub. We were both wrong.
Now, you know, if Pest had just taken the bench outside Shade Soul, he wouldn't have to do this multiple minute walk back.
I don't know why you don't take that bench.
Yeah, I've heard such good things about it from all the Hundo runners. It saves so much time if you even sit in it.
Well, you don't like getting that stag station above it, do you?
Oh, City Storerooms is perfectly fine, as long as you have a good reason for it. It's faster than King Station.
I always like doing that just because, well, especially if you don't have claw, because you can use that stag to get out of Soul Sanctum basically and go wherever.
Yeah, City Storerooms is great. It's cheap. It's close by. The benches.
Someone was
great.
saying they don't like when people get city storerooms, but it's so close to the stag. Why don't you like the bench?
Well, I don't like doing the. I'm going to take this bench, but then I'm going to walk over to City Storerooms and go try and do a bunch of stuff and quit back to the bench because then while you're doing all that
you
stuff,
get a small key.
well, while you're doing all that bunch of stuff, you're stuck with this awful bench location, so you can't use save quits to go to stag stations.
That's technically next to a stag.
What, the Sanctum bench? I would not call that next to a stag.
I mean,
That's next to a stag like the Dash Master bench is next to a stag. Do people say that Dash Master is next to a stag? I hope not.
you know,
I hope not.
depends on who you ask. Alright, so Zeno is picking up the 3 waterway grubs. Does he stick to... Is he going Soul Sanctum? Or no, Bardoon.
Yep. Bardoon is a good play. It's the easiest of the 3 column 4 goals. Unfortunately, it's not the one Pest has chosen to go after. Zeno needs a few more Soul Warrior deaths at this point. Okay, Pest is going for round 2 on the Soul Warrior.
But he's going into it remembering he has dive, so it should work out a little bit better.
Well, we'll see. You know, Pest starts going for those backwards berries again, and anything could happen. Oh, that's a good point from chat, too. Zeno could have sniped King's Idols there. Would have been a huge way for him to cut off goal Pest desperately needs to finish. Or not desperately, but certainly was planning on having, you know?
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't done it yet.
Yeah, the 2 King's Idols in the Call of 1 vicinity are quite quick.
Is that on your radar if you're Zeno?
King's Idols?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's like you just assume the other person is way closer than you if you only have one.
Yeah, I think the thing for me is that I don't see how Zeno wins if Pest gets both Call of 1 goals.
Yeah, 100%.
So, like, you have to pick one and just commit, because...
Oh no! Another Pest death.
Well, this is any percent skill coming into play. Pest simply dissolves at the thought of going into Soul Sanctum, you know?
And the resting grounds bench. Whew. This is the longest kill 2 soul warriors.
Yeah, this is a serious throw by Pest. I mean, no other way to say it.
Meanwhile, Zeno is doing work.
Yep. Basically conceding the Soul Sanctum goal, so
Is he going Hollow right now?
this could be the play. A bold move, but I don't know if you can do Call of 1 on the first trip, though. I think that the play is to open the shortcut and get the 2 King's Idols and leave.
Hmm. And maybe that's what he's looking at.
I think that Zeno can't afford to spend the 5 minutes or so it would take
Why
to
did
clear
he quit out from Bardoon?
That was a misplay, I think.
Oh, okay.
In my
think
opinion, at least.
I think he
Or-
probably just decided after he had already quit.
Yeah, I think that he regretted not getting the Tram Pass goal before. But, you know, obviously at that point, no longer had a good point in time in which to get it. This is weird from Zeno, though. This is not the shortcut you open, I don't think. Maybe it is. I don't know which way is faster. Computation. Because the way up through the elevator shortcut is also quite slow.
Hmm.
Alright. We're almost at round 3, Pest versus Soul Sanctum. Soul Sanctum is nasty. I don't blame Pest one bit for the trouble he's had.
Especially, this is, like I said,
Okay,
with
okay.
wings, it makes it so much easier. This is one of those times where you definitely want wings.
Actually, now that I think about it, I blame Pest a little bit for it. Every Soul Sanctum death is preventable. But,
Only you can prevent Soul Sanctum deaths.
it sure was a confluence of bad events, to put it lightly.
I don't know if they're all preventable. Sometimes you get teleported on top of.
Sometimes Soul Sanctum just decides to heal you.
But-
That's true.
I guess you could still say it's preventable because you should have healed.
Yeah, you should have been at 5 HP. Don't take Soul Sanctum lightly.
If you're not at 5 HP, save quit.
Soul Sanctum takes you lightly.
So this King's Idol snipe is going to be very, very important for Zeno.
Yep, because Pest could have locked this goal down really easily if he had wanted to. He had the chance. So, oh, and Pest quits out of Sanctum and doesn't get the City Crest goal. Pest works in
Going into-
mysterious ways, you know?
I'm into Dirtmouth.
If he gives up that City Crest goal, then, I mean,
Is he going down to do the
could he? Is it possible that
use the
Pest
City Crest?
didn't pick up the City Crest?
No, I'm pretty sure it did.
We know Zeno did something,
I
because
think
the City
he's going
Crest
to
was
use
gone.
the City Crest right now.
But why would he do it from this side? You have
I-
dive.
I don't know.
Knowledge your
Well,
game.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
it's good to know he's just as lost as we are, so.
okay. Yep. Pest has no way to get Love Key because he doesn't have Ismasteer or Crystal Heart. And it's probably isn't finding them. Can't mark Soul Tyrant yet, though he could do Call of 1.
Yeah, Isthmus is at Weaver's, and I doubt he's going back to Deep Nest. So
Yeah. Like, Hollow 1 into Soul Tyrant is an option for Pest to finish this out, but it sure isn't a good one.
I hope he doesn't do fungal checks.
Pest couldn't do fungal checks. I refuse to believe it. I have faith.
Yeah, surely he's just going to use his crest.
On the wrong side. When he could have just... Okay, whatever.
Well, does he not have the Queen Station shortcut open?
I mean, he could have just walked out of Soul Sanctum. He used a dive shortcut to get to it.
Yeah.
And gotten the elevator while he was there.
Yeah.
Because now he's going to go all the way back to...
100%. I don't know why he didn't do the elevator. That was a...
Yep, Zeno looking really good all of a sudden. He's brought this back from... Was it 11 or maybe 10 to 4, maybe at one point? Now we're 11 to 9. You know, this is really good.
Yeah, and what's his next play? So he really only has
to get
Hollow or Soul Tyrant.
Yeah, he has to get 4 of the remaining gold. Of the remaining 6. Or no. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 4.
That means that item searching will be required, but you want to start with the static goals, right?
Well, you know where Shade Soul is, but you don't know where Vengeful Spirit is. So.
Yeah, we only have one part of that. So we're missing the second VS copy and Sprint Master.
So that to me, I would probably do Soul Tyrant, because you're going to need the Essence anyway.
Yeah, I think Soul Tyrant's a pretty good call. I think...
And you're going to be... You need to check, Sanctum's got a lot of checks too, so...
Yep. Obviously, he can't snipe City Crest at this point, so that's just a lost cause. So I think that what he needs to do is Soul Tyrant into Hollow 1. And then... Hope
that Vengeful Spirit is in Sanctum.
Yeah. Or hope that Sprint Master is in Sanctum.
Or
you get out of Hollow 1 with enough time to farm 900 Essence ahead of Pest.
Well, the super ideal situation would be...
You get both before Hollow 1.
Bell Twister and Vengeful Spirit at Soul Master. Or the chest.
Yeah. Some combination of that would be really nice. This is not...
Now, the odds of that happening.
I have to say, this ain't it, Zeno.
What?
I mean, it will make Hollow 1 faster. You don't want to do Nail Zero only 1.
Yeah.
But it's not getting him any of the goals he needs to finish. Okay, Pest back
is
in
he
Soul
going
Sanctum.
Hollow?
This is
first?
Pest's 4th Soul Sanctum visit. I should point out. I admire the commitment to not using the Soul Sanctum bench, though. Because you know what?
You did say it sucked.
That bench sucks. I used it in my race today, and I regretted using it. I thought this is a perfect scenario for me to save time using the Soul Sanctum bench, and then I didn't.
Alright, and Pest finally getting to the last bench. Or the last elevator. Got benches on the mind.
Okay, this is game point. Make sure Pest actually rides the elevator. He does.
Alright.
Well, if Pest isn't using that bench jump, though I wish that he would showcase the fact that the bench isn't necessary by not dying in repeatedly revisiting the area, I sure would feel better. Okay, so
Zeno trying to do the C dash strats and realizing he doesn't have C dash.
So if you're Pest, what do you go for? Obviously, Pest can't mark Soul Tyrant, and doesn't have inroads for the randomized goals, so he has to go for Call 1 at this point.
I just don't know why he put himself in this situation.
This was so preventable.
But yeah, you just do checks, high density. I don't think they're.
I think
He
you do
might-
Call 1. I think you gamble.
Well, yeah. It is. Yeah, it's the only static on.
Zeno has an
Well,
advantage
Soul
over Pest
Tyrant
on
as
checks,
well,
I
but he
believe.
can't.
The only stuff which Pest has over Zeno is Green Path.
Well, and if he decides to go checks, I mean, he never checked all of Fungal, so
Yeah.
he might go down there and find out there's nothing for him.
It could take Pest another hour to find Springmaster or Vengeful Spirit, if we're being honest. Whereas with this route, even after getting nailed to, Zeno's not going to be fast enough to catch up to Pest. That's assuming no Pest death, but
And looks like he is headed Kahlo.
you know, Pest could get that to us, right? Like, we've had a few Soul Sanctum deaths now, so maybe he's, you know, comfortable.
Maybe hitting up Kingdom's Edge first.
Well,
No
this
one's
is.
checked.
I doubt it. I mean, he could. It wouldn't take too long to check Dash Slash. But that would throw away a huge chunk of his lead. That would possibly allow Zeno to get here ahead of him. You gotta
no.
commit.
Oh,
Gotta commit to the play.
He doesn't have Isthmus, that's why. I thought
Yeah,
he had
yeah.
Isthmus. Alright, so we're gonna see if it comes down to Kahlo.
It sure could.
If he dies to Coliseum a couple times, you know.
I think it would only take one death, but it would have. It's hard to imagine what he. I don't know. It all depends on how comfortable he is with Colo 1.
Yeah, I know
Like,
he's doing 106 for a while, so he definitely knows Kahlo and
But Colo 1 and 106 is not like Colo 1 here, where you don't have any items.
oh
Like,
yeah, definitely.
Pest has an 8 damage nail and base spells here. Unfortunately, Zeno is not targeting down Colo 1, so even with the death, I think that this is in Pest's hands.
If you throw on Glowing Womb and
Nah,
maybe
Glowing
Lifeblood.
Womb. I don't think
just
Glowing
heal.
Womb is good enough. Quick focus Glowing Womb.
There you go.
It's an option, but healing and Glowing Womb are kind of incompatible. Hive
Yeah,
Blood,
it does
maybe,
use. Yeah, it uses
But-
soul.
he doesn't have the notches for that build.
Also, doing Kahlo without wings is not great.
Colo 1 doesn't need wings. It really doesn't.
Does it not have spike pits?
No.
Lame.
Or at least whenever it does, it has giant platforms.
That Dream Shield taking out the soul warrior really quick. Got a couple hits on him.
Yep. I think Zeno has played really well towards the back half of this race, but unfortunately the Soul Tyrant play is going to cost him. I think Chad is right. The Zeno just doesn't really can't mark this. If he could, if he did, then obviously Kala would be the call.
C-dash.
I don't know that Pest has the damage advantage here over Fragile Strength Nail 2. Like, his base spells aren't that good, especially because he has close range. Yeah.
Did you just ask if you said it? Just look up. There's a record.
Yeah, to Pest's credit though, he has been doing really well so far. Looking quite good.
Yeah.
Come on. Hit it into the spikes, Pest. Pest.
Can he survive primal aspects?
Yeah, Zeno might be able to do Soul Tyrant in time if he has the fight of his life. Actually, it might not even take that. He has so much damage, and Pest isn't even halfway through.
Yeah, with Dream Shield, he's really...
But
he's got the damage advantage.
you think that Dream Shield is a damage advantage?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, that's one way to think about it. I admire Dream Shield for its defensive utility. Especially in how good it is at soft blocking bosses on 1-2-2-1. Like, that is a truly useful charm.
It's called utility. It can do it all. Hey, Fluke soft locks the game. Are you trying to say that's a bad charm?
Okay, you're right. Actually, because Fluke is good, and Fluke softlocks the game, well, Dream Shield softlocks the game, so therefore Dream Shield is also good, right? That's logic.
Logic.
Not even twice.
Alright, and there's Soul Tyrant.
Oh, but Zeno picked up the item. I think that you have to get out of here, but that did hard save him. Meanwhile, Pest, a little bit down on HP. Still fine, of course, but starting to take damage finally.
Not Sprint Master or Vengeful Spirit, unfortunately.
Or even one of the missing spell copies. Zeno just can't get a break.
That's true.
Yeah, so if Pest has his bingo open and sees that Zeno marked that goal, he knows that he can take this as slowly as he wants to. Heal after every wave of enemies.
This is the longest Coliseum.
It feels so long watching it. It doesn't feel anywhere near as long playing, I don't think. Alright. Can Pest beat double Grossmother? You thought you thought one was hard. Let me tell you, 2 Grossmothers is actually hard to percent. Or at least
when they double charge at you like that.
they control you. I have been trolled by double Grossmother.
Alright, GG.
But that is a win for Pest. Another upset from round 1. But a really close race altogether. No, we're still here. We're just
They're just chilling.
Trying to...
wondering what's going to happen with Discord. Well, Pest says he's not up for an interview. And it doesn't look like Zeno is either. Maybe?
So Mick, what'd you think of the race?
Yes, let's hear from our tracker.
How was it?
A lot of frustrating decisions and a lot of frustrating technical issues because apparently Chrome is a piece of shit. So just eating up my memory, which caused Chrome to stutter and go crazy and then made the stream stutter. Yep, it was wonderful.
Can relate.
But apparently it was chat that was doing it. So now I will never have chat open again on the same PC. Damn it. No, that was good though. Up until the very end. I think the race could still be going right now, actually. You know, if Zeno just goes to Coliseum 1, even showing up a minute or 2 late with such a damage advantage, it would have been.
Yeah, that nail too is so powerful.
Yeah, if he did call a 1, I would have just given up.
Hello.
Hey, Pest. Thanks for
Yeah, if he did
popping
call a
in.
1, I would have given up. Just straight up.
Yeah, you. I think the most painful thing for you was losing the 3 Kings titles.
I forgot that was a thing about 30 minutes in the game.
Because you had 2, and you had that one in Deep Nest, but
Yeah,
the way you routed it, it was kind of.
I looked for the Zote area, but then it was just not there. I don't know where it is. I don't know how to get there. I was like, I'll get this, and then I forgot, and then it was just over, because I saw that he got Mask Maker, and I was like, oh fuck, Hera. So then I ran to Hera, and then I got a headache, and then I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it sucks that both of you are having that. That really does suck. But the answer is to do soap percent runs, obviously. That way you'll know where the room is, and then you'll be good at Coliseum 1, and everything will be fun.
I realized every time after I died, I just respawned in Resting Grounds, and I don't know why I didn't go to King's Station and bench, because I died fucking 20 times.
You know, we had a lot of conversation about the Soul Sanctum bench. And
No, but it's
it,
a bad bench. Remember, you can't use it ever.
that's what I said. I said that you were doing the by sticking it out, uh, visiting Soul Sanctum 4 times, but not using that bench because
No,
honestly,
I'm gonna fucking do it. I don't give a shit. It's like I committed. What the fuck was that seed, by the way? I think I actually got every single good item in like the fucking instantly. It was really weird, and
do
I
you
don't
want to
think I
know
should have.
want to know where Isma's tier was?
Sure, fuck it.
Was
Yeah,
that
so
Beaver Sun?
Oh no, I was going there, but then I fell down, and I was like, fuck it, it's too late.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I
so
revealed that when
That's a
I
shame.
marked Mask Maker, and then I marked just Mystere really soon after, and I was like, well, shit, I basically just revealed the location now.
Oh yeah, you did do that, didn't you? Oh fuck, I just saw Mask Maker, and then I was like, I gotta go to Hera. So then I went to Hera, but then I couldn't kill anything. But then I remembered I have Howling Race. You can definitely tell, I think, when I started to get the headache. Very,
yeah,
very starkly.
I think there was a pretty clear deep nest induced headache, maybe for both runners,
Oh
or
my
maybe
God.
deep nest cured Zeno.
Maybe, that's a thing. He sucked the power out of me. He's
All
done
the
this to me.
all the spells were in green path, by the way. In case
Yeah,
you
I
were
know.
wondering.
I know.
I want VS. Where the fuck was VS? It was at 900
Yeah,
fucking
it's
essence.
at
And where
Dreamgate. Just get Dreamgate.
Well,
I saw, what's its face? I saw Pest mark Desolate Dive early on. And at that point, I was like 90% sure that the spell was in Green Path, and I couldn't muster the will to go over there.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And it was just really bad luck that throughout the entire seed, Zeno never found the spell. A single spell.
Oh, did you really not find anything?
No.
Oh god, I just looked at mod log. Shade Souls at Abyss Shriek, lads. We weren't getting to that one for a while. That one would have been an interesting one for it to come down to.
Yeah, if this had come down to the randomized goals, it would have been absolutely crazy.
I was actually vaguely planning on trying to do that. I thought since he marked, what's its face? City of Tears elevator, I thought he was gonna go do Soul Tyrant since that was close by.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the thing.
so you
thing
can
was,
you
Pest
can
couldn't
do
mark
City of
it.
Tears elevator just by going left from Sanctum, right?
Yes,
Yep.
with dive.
Okay. I realized that like as I quit out.
Yes, that was one of the things we discussed about
Okay.
your any
Okay.
practices.
Yeah, I realized like as I did that, I was like, I think I've made a mistake here.
Yeah, the
I was actually
elevator.
very surprised how long that goal was up.
Yeah, you
Well,
get to the
thing is,
elevator from
when you
Soul
die
Sanctum.
20 times in Soul Sanctum, you don't want to go back there. But then I just kept going back.
Yes, getting to the city crest. The city crest gate requires dive, but you don't need anything to get to the elevator.
Yeah, you can get it to fungal wastes too.
And Zero Sprint Master was at Shape of Un, apparently. I also would not have gone to that for a fucking year, because I didn't have Ismas.
I should have gone there. God damn it. Well, it didn't matter. I couldn't mark it anyway. I needed to mark both Soul Tyrant and Colosseum 1 at the end.
I don't know if you noticed, but actually Pest couldn't mark Soul Tyrant
Oh,
because of the invasion situation. Or at least before he had Call of 1, he couldn't mark it, obviously. So,
shit.
yeah. we were really sad, too, because like, you would have been a minute behind him going in if you had gone there right after Nailsmith, but with the 2 nail upgrades.
Oh,
I
it
don't
wouldn't have
know.
taken a year and a half to kill every single enemy because you don't know how to use the brain.
Yeah, who
I mean,
knows?
to put it this way, I had enough time to go through all of Soul Sanctum, pick up all the items, and kill Soul Tyrant, and then make it almost back out to King Station.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's like 10 minutes then, right?
Yeah. And
Oh, okay.
Zeno had not quite that long, I don't think. Maybe.
Well,
Yeah,
man,
I'm
if you do
not
that
quite
fight
sure
with
what the
upgraded
gap
nail
was.
and Shade
but-
Soul.
If I had paid more attention, maybe I'd have realized you needed that guy for or Colosseum 1 first and would have gone for that instantly.
I 100% instantly would have just forfeited if he did Kala 1 while I was doing it. Instantly.
Should have done it.
There was a lot of forgetfulness on both sides, I think.
Yeah.
Just forgetting the the King's Idol, Zeno for
Eh.
getting
Who needs King's
Power
Idols
one.
when you have like 9,000 Geo? TBH.
Yeah,
Dude, I was fucking loaded.
Zeno was so poor and Pest
Oh,
was so
really?
rich. That
I
was the
stole your
story
cash,
of the
dude.
sea.
My bad.
I basically did not have cash until the very end when I sold all my relics and got like 6,000 geo.
Oh yeah, I got like 4,000 Geo in like 30 minutes, and then I was like, okay, I guess I'm buying everything now.
Because I pretty much collected relics the whole game. I don't know. My
Uh,
writing was terrible.
yeah, my routing wasn't great either, but it was good in the beginning. It was just everything kept going in my fucking way. I don't even know.
Yeah,
Like,
your first line across the board was really, really
dude,
fortunate.
I
And
fucking saw Quick Slash, and then well, at first I got Cyclone Slash, and I was like, shit, this is gonna be in my fucking stuff for a year. But then it was like, oh, Quick Slash is somewhere. Oh, and I can buy that, so I don't have to worry about letting it go.
but
Oh, I can get Lantern.
it
Oh, I
lined
have
up
what it
it
was
lined
the
up
most
so perfectly
ridiculous. I didn't even notice it
because
until I came back, and then I was like, oh, I can do this now. It was
you're
incredible.
able to get all of that off of a single Len visit.
Yeah, it
And
was insane.
Zeno might have bought Quick Slash and been able to counter that, but that stupidly expensive Mantis Claw at the beginning.
I mean,
So,
I could have farmed for Quick Slash, honestly. I
but
didn't.
but like the only counterplay to what Pest did was basically to do your own relic rip. So that was rough.
I mean, I should have done a relic flip, to be honest.
Yeah,
Maybe
Geo's important in the beginning.
it's hard to go off of so little for so long. You
Yeah.
really feel the strain. Cyclone Slash was at Soul Eater, by the way.
Oh, was it? I don't even
Oh,
know.
okay.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I kind of just fucked around a lot.
Yeah, it was a place you weren't getting because Dive was at Thorns and you weren't going there. So
The only
that's
reason I
just
got
the
it
seed.
the only reason I got it is because I didn't get Grimchild, and then I was like, oh shit, wait, I have to go back for that now. I guess I'm just doing this.
I spent so much time just
Something like
walking around too.
Dude, Dashmaster is the best charm. We got it so early, and we had Dash, and it was just like, oh, this is a good seed now.
I never equipped it.
Zeno didn't
Are you
equip any
serious?
charms until like the last 10 minutes, so
Wait, really?
That's
Oh.
true,
None.
actually.
the whole time.
Oh, there were actually some pretty good charms though. There was like, we got
Yeah, I know.
Strength and Heart and stuff. I don't remember where. I think I had to buy one of them, but
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I really not been in a good mood today, and
I'm
I just
sorry.
wasn't feeling anything basically. So
I'm sorry, man.
like I was just walking around with all charms, and I just couldn't muster equipping anything or doing anything really.
It's a shame. I feel like this always comes out of our races. Is we don't get everyone feels good. They played their best and it was close. It's wow. We both were awful and we regret ever doing this match.
We're getting better. Like this is definitely there was like thought behind half of my game. There was no thought behind any of my game at the beginning. There is improvement.
No, I thought
between
thought
group stages and brackets. There is actually planning.
I thought you looked much better in this race than you did in groups. So
Yeah,
real
actually,
kudos to you.
Yeah, I actually
is-
thought. I remember thinking like when you had like 7 goals or something that you had actually gotten a pretty good route going or something because you had gotten a lot of the quick goals out way
Yeah.
before I did.
But then I just didn't mark anything for like a year.
Yeah,
Which
there
can
was that
happen.
like
Yeah.
You know,
when I went to Deepness, I think you just didn't mark anything for a long time.
yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what I was doing, but it's amazing what actually playing the game in between doing bingos does. Because like for all of groups, I just didn't. But then I was like, oh, I should probably do any percent. And then it's like, oh, playing the game makes you better at it. It's amazing.
I still haven't played the game between bingos.
It happens, you know. It happens. All right, but I'm gonna go. I want to go sleep.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
thanks for
hope
coming
your
in
heads
for
get
the
better.
interview.
Yeah, I gotta go into a dark room. Oh wait, no, that's triggering me. Never mind. No dark rooms. Those are scary. That's why I get Lantern. Goodbye, friends.
I spent so much time fucking around in the Joni dark room.
All right. Well, I guess this is closing out for the weekend.
Yep, that'll be
Probably, yeah.
it. So we got a whole bunch of stuff coming up next. I mean, we're a little bit ahead in round 2 right now, but we're also probably going to throw losers bracket round 1 into next weekend and try and do as much as we can next weekend, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There's
hopefully.
what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 potential matches that we could have next weekend.
Hopefully we won't get too caught up on people's spring breaks and stuff like that, but
Yeah, I mean, we could go as little as like 3 or 4 or 1 or 2 next weekend, but
yep. The tournament's making progress, and that's the important thing. Finally booted back up.
yeah, what was it, 6 matches this weekend? Actually pretty insane in 3 days. A lot. So yeah. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks for the commentators for letting me just produce. I always like doing that.
Cool.
Yeah.
It was fun. This was a fun race to commentate, I think, even if our racers felt awful.
It was.
Cool.
Alrighty. See
Thanks
ya.
again, guys. See ya.
See ya.
All right, that does it for me. Does it for this weekend of the Hollow Knight Rando Bingo Invasion Tournament. Really great weekend, actually. Some really close races, especially the race earlier today was insane. There was a race yesterday which was insane. This race that we just had now was pretty good too. And a lot more exciting things to come. So, I did the schedule command not too long ago. You can stay up to date with all of the races being scheduled as they're scheduled. It's converted to your local time zone, so you can be aware of when those are coming up. Also, what else? Also, oh yeah, the challenge page that's in the bottom left corner of stream has the current bracket at all times and also scheduling on there too. So yeah, stay tuned. Next week should be a lot of fun. See you guys later.